Well, in the US, President Trump and his Democratic Party challenger Joe Biden are visiting the key states to try to target undecided voters ahead of tomorrow's presidential election. 97 million people have already taken part in early voting. That's more than two-thirds of the votes registered in the entire campaign 4 years ago. In a moment, our North America editor Jon Sopel will have the latest on President Trump's campaign. But first, Nick Bryant reports from Pennsylvania, the scene of Joe Biden's latest campaign rally.
The Biden campaign has tried to make the road to the White House as safe a journey as possible, holding drive-in rallies where mask wearing is compulsory. Whether or not you observe the COVID protocols has become a marker of your politics.
Where this guy, Trump, has destroyed everything. He's a vile, nasty human being. He can't be the president.
I want someone who my daughter can look up to.
We need a return to normalcy. We need decency in the White House. And we need somebody who knows how to get things done.
This has been such a surreal presidential election, one in which the method of campaigning has actually become a campaign issue in itself.
Hello, Philadelphia!
Joe Biden has tried to turn this into the coronavirus election, a referendum on Donald Trump's handling of a viral onslaught that's killed more than 230,000 Americans.
To beat the virus, we first got to beat Donald Trump. He's the virus.
But it's not just the health of America he's seeking to rehabilitate. He says he's trying to save its soul.
We choose hope over fear. We choose unity over division. We choose science over fiction. And yes, we choose truth over lies.
Biden events are nowhere near as crowded as the rallies for Donald Trump, but that's precisely the point. Joe Biden is the candidate of a very different America. He's been more high energy in these final days of campaigning, but for much of 2020, the former vice president has almost been an invisible candidate.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Many Americans are yearning for a presidency they could have on in the background. But has this 77-year-old aroused the necessary passion that's often needed to win? Nick Bryant, BBC News, Pennsylvania.
Today began in Miami. It was 11s in North Carolina.
Tomorrow we are going to win this state, and we are going to win 4 more years in our great White House.
Then north and lunchtime in Scranton, Pennsylvania. A state that will be critical in this election. From here he'll go on to Michigan, Wisconsin, back to Michigan and finally Washington. 2,500 miles travelled in one day alone.
I don't know how many people here, but there's a lot of people here. And it's windy as hell and it's cold and I couldn't care. Look at that flag, bro. Oh, it's so beautiful.
If this election was solely about energy and the size of your audience and the creation of a new breed of dog, the Labradonald, the president would have it wrapped up. His supporters think it is.
Is he going to win?
You bet.
Yeah?
Yes, 4 more years.
Yes, 4 more years.
It's going to happen, man. It's just too many people out all over the United States. It's crazy. And I'm from New York, dude. I drove 3 hours in the cold.
There is cold-eyed calculation from the Trump campaign in holding these rallies. Yes, it might lead to an uptick in coronavirus cases. There's no social distancing, few people are wearing masks. But if it encourages thousands more to go out to vote, supporters and their friends, then it's worth it. This is Donald Trump's bet. This is his gamble.
And last night the president seemed to imply he was ready to fire Dr. Anthony Fauci, America's trusted and respected infectious disease expert.
It's COVID. We'd like to talk about COVID, and then next year, here's what happens, November 4th. You won't hear too much about it.
Fire Fauci, the audience cried. And the president responded.
Don't tell anybody, but let me wait till a little bit after the election.
Trying to ignore the deepening pandemic, Donald Trump has strutted his stuff with verve and determination these past few jaw-dropping weeks. His supporters just hope this isn't the last dance.
Nearly 100 million Americans have already voted. That's nearly 3/4 of the total who voted 4 years ago. Now that's thought to work to Joe Biden's advantage, but Donald Trump is hoping tomorrow there will be a huge surge of his supporters going to the polls. Here in Pennsylvania, it's going to be several days before we get the result, and that is going to lead to tensions and unease in this country, already bitterly divided. And a lot of office workers are being told to stay at home for the next 2 days for fear of civil unrest. Celebration of democracy, the voting may be, but there's a lot of concern in America too. Huw.
John, we'll talk again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Jon Sopel there for us, our North America editor in Pennsylvania.